During their sweep of the Caribbean for enemy forces, Fresno and Selfridge have encountered the British battleship Repulse in the middle of the Caribbean. This should be an interesting fight. And we're immediately starting within spotting range, although I'm not sure that they will have actually spotted us yet. So Selfridge, I think they have spotted us, yes, but they probably have spotted the Fresno. Now we are fighting a single British battleship, the Repulse, which has a lot of guns. I count 15 main guns on this thing. So definitely not an easy fight for the Fresno to take on here, but we'll take it. We take it regardless. We should have the advantage of speed, but you never know with the British. Repulse might be a relatively fast ship. Fresno is having torpedoes. She's one of the older scout cruisers. So she does have 6-inch guns and torpedoes, and obviously Selfridge as well. We'll see if we can. We'll try to distract Repulse with Fresno and see if Selfridge can get into range for a deadly torpedo drop. So mostly we'll have to be careful that Fresno herself isn't getting hit. We'll zig and zag and try to, as much as possible, run her fast and get her to evade incoming fire. I'm going to save up the smoke for when we get a little bit closer, and hope that we can throw off the British gunners. Meanwhile, where is she going? She is turning about east, so we get Selfridge onto an interception course, and we'll distract them with Fresno, just running around shouting, "Hello, shoot me, not the destroyer." That is to say, Fresno still has the torpedoes, but we'll see what we can do here. So without the torpedoes, it's going to be really difficult. So we'll have to make them count. Okay, let's see where they're shooting at. Right now, we're not taking any fire. It looks like they are about to turn. They're definitely steaming. Go up. No, there comes the fire. Okay, they are targeting Selfridge. Smoke up and evade. Go evasive immediately. And then change course, steer. Yeah, she's probably realized the threat that these two are posing, and is trying to keep the distance open. So Fresno is still on the run up, and of course, the closer we get, the more dangerous this is going to get for us, because this one hit from those salvos is going to cause a massive problem for us. Yes, she is trying to kite away. Probably. Let's see what kind of guns we're having. Starting to land some 6-inch hits with Fresno now. We'll go chase with Fresno while Selfridge is still on intercept course. And we will see. Yeah, she's shooting at Fresno. Okay, so main guns are firing at Fresno. Turn. Evade the incoming fire. Chase the splashes. And Selfridge try to get into a position. She is now in a turn to port. So we will have to unfortunately overtake her, which is not an ideal position, because that brings us right next to her secondary guns. So that is unfortunately not ideal. But we'll see how she's maneuvering. At least that puts her forward gun turrets out of arc for us. We might have to do a cross drop and see if Fresno can get around the other side. Meanwhile, Selfridge is peppering her with the forward guns. And just causing a fire or two. She is getting relatively close now. The problem is the angle. So with the angle as it stands, it's no good for a torpedo drop. Battleship is steaming at is going ahead. It's going away at flank speed. How fast is this thing? Can't tell yet. We haven't identified her yet. She has taken some damage though, which I find interesting. What is that? Are we landing HE penetrations on the ship? She is flooding. We've definitely not torpedoed her. So Repulse seems to have relatively poor armor by the looks of it. Lots of 15-inch guns, but we are apparently completely wrecking her with 6-inch gunfire. So there seems to be more of a battle cruiser almost. Okay, Selfridge is now coming into a position. Okay, I'm going to go and start the torpedo drop. It is not a good angle, but I want to cause her to evade to port, and then Fresno can finish her off with torpedoes from the other side. So let's get the torpedoes away from Selfridge, and Fresno is going to try and overtake her. So if she goes evasive on port, let's smoke up Fresno. If she goes evasive on port, then okay, torpedoes away. So now she has to either evade to port, and then she will run into Fresno's torpedoes, or she has to. We're going to get Fresno ready to turn, or she will run into Selfridge's torpedoes, in which case I think she's going to be done for anyway. So she is turning slowly to port. Still targeting Selfridge. We'll see how that looks with these torpedoes. I think she might overturn into those two. Let's see. It's hard to tell in her wake. There comes the torpedo. It's not a good angle, but 2 torpedo hits, which means that Fresno can now loosen her own torpedoes and then turn away, because she is giving full broadside here, and I don't think she's got the momentum to evade these torpedoes. So Fresno, a full turn, torpedoes away, and that should be it. I don't think the Repulse has any chance of dodging these incoming torpedoes here. Two, three, four, catastrophic explosion on the Repulse, and I think that probably should be it. Yep, Repulse has been effectively blown up catastrophically, and that is the end of that British battleship. A textbook operation from the Light Forces, just going to show how powerful these ships are against isolated battleships without escorts.